Hello, Herd Street families. This is Miss Greeter here, and I'm going to bring you on a tour of Google Classroom. So this is my son's Google Classroom. As you can see, he has 6 Google classes that he is a student in for all of his different subjects. One of the first things I want to bring your attention to is you'll see that a few of these, if they have an assignment that has an assigned due date, it's going to pop up right away. So I can see that in math, he has an assignment due on Wednesday. He has 3 assignments due on Friday in his skills class. And then he also has an assignment due on Friday for his history class. Now, this doesn't mean that it's not going to change tomorrow. Teachers often can and will post assignments daily. I also can see that there is a link where I could go to the Google Drive. Google Drive is where all of the files that your child has are stored. So anything that they have created using a Google app is going to be stored in their Google Drive. So an example of that could be a Google slideshow or a Google document that they're writing in. There's also this smaller icon here, and it says open your work. So that's one of the tricks to learning about Google Classroom is hovering over these different icons to see what they do. If I click on this, it's going to bring me directly to the work for this classroom. And why don't we look at an example of that? So right here, you can see these are assignments. It's categorized. So they have all assigned, returned, or missing. So these are all of the assignments that he has had so far in ELA this year. We have showing that it's turned in. It looks like a few of them are not graded yet. If he was missing something, he could click on the missing tab and he could find that. But I want to go back. I'm going to go back over here to classes. Another way that he could see if he was missing work or what he needed to work on is he could go over here to the To Do tab. So he can click on that. And the reason this is such a great aspect of Google Classroom, a great feature, is he can look at all of the work for all of his Google Classrooms in one location. So here you can see he has those assignments that were separated into those different Google classes. It's on this one page here. He has his math, his skills. If there's anything that has a future due date, it would be under here, under either next week or later. And there's a few assignments he's working on that have no due date. So this could be something that the teacher maybe forgot to put a due date on because we do that once in a while. Or it could be something long-term that he's working on. Over here, I can click on missing, and this is something that I definitely do like to look at for my son to see if he's missing any assignments. So it looks like for his science, he has to actually log in every single day and he has to complete a daily attendance. And it looks like he forgot to do that on Wednesday, September 23rd. So that's okay. I'm not too upset about that. I can click on the done, and this is going to show me all of the assignments that he has completed. And you're probably looking at this going, wow, all right, last week he had a lot of assignments. And it might seem that way. His math teacher definitely gives a lot of work. So, kind of scrolling in, you can see that there are some that are turned in, and you're also going to see some that have grades on them. So, this is important because if you want to know how your child is doing in their class, you can look at their grades. Now, I would love to say that teachers get assignments back the day of. We don't. It's probably going to take, I would say, at least a good week to get everything graded and back and returned to students. But again, if you want to see how your child is doing, look at this section and scroll through and look at some of the grades for your child. If you have any questions, that's when you want to reach out to the teacher. All right, so let's go back and let's actually click in and look at a Google Classroom. So I'm going to click on my son's science. All right, so right here I have his stream. This is where the teacher is going to post any notices that they want to give to the student, and also any classwork that is posted is going to come up. You're going to see that it's classwork because it's going to have a clipboard right next to it. So over here where it says students working from home today, please join our science class through the Google Meet link. That was a notice that the teacher posted in Stream. And then, and again, anything with a clipboard is classwork that is just going to show up in the Stream. Now, when I click on classwork, this is organized by topics. So these are all of the different topics that his science teacher has put in so far. If it's gray, it means that your child has submitted it. They've completed that work. If it is still highlighted in color, and it depends on the theme that your teacher is using, as you can see, this is purple, then that tells me that he has not completed that yet. So I'm looking at this, and there's no due date. So again, not too concerned. We have a name tag design challenge, no due date. It doesn't mean you can't click on that and have a look and see what's going on and look at that. And, this is a great way to also see what your child's working on in school. All right. And our last tab here is our people tab. The people tab is just going to show you the teachers in that classroom and the students in that classroom. So I hope this was helpful. This is going to obviously be available to parents, but if you do have any specific questions about Google Classroom, please feel free to reach out to me.